of idea that I guess individuals are almost self-selecting or shaping their environments.
Hmm.
Um, so my kids, they enjoy playing kind of sports if they're at school playing sports, or they've got kind of PE day or whatever it is that they're getting on with. They'll enjoy it. But if they had the choice, they'd much rather sit on the Switch or build with Lego or read or these sorts of things instead. We just started doing guitar lessons for them, and they're kind of beginning, I think, to enjoy that. But I'm really interested to see kind of if they pick that up and own it, or if
Yeah,
it's us
yeah,
that's going to be trying to encourage them to do that.
yeah,
I'd love to kind of understand a little bit more about
yeah.
how their genes and my genes almost help us to self-select for our environment.
Yes. Well, when I mentioned the second finding, the nature of nurture, genetic influence on environmental measures, I gave the example of life events and said it's not the environment out there, it's how we use our environment. And this is the quantitative genetic notion of gene environment correlation. And just as you said, we, we select, modify, and even create environments correlated with our genetic propensities. And that's especially true in this age of Spotify and all the computer online resources that kids have. So if you've ever met musically gifted kids or say mathematically gifted kids, they just think mathematics. They tell jokes in mathematics. They hang out with other kids who talk mathematics. And so they're clearly going to develop more of those mathematical skills. Maybe if we hung out with those same kids, we'd also pick up more math. But there's a difference, between, this virtuous cycle. You like to do what you're good at, and you get better at it because you do it more. As you'll probably see with your kid with the mechanical sort of orientation. And I know I have six grandchildren. And I thought the purpose of grandchildren was to let me read to them, because I read a lot. And only one of them likes it. With the others, it'd almost be abuse if I made them sit there and read. I said, "You're the grandchild, I'm going to read to you," but they'd rather be kicking a ball around. So I think more and more that even that parents, when they're doing a good job, are responding to genetic differences in their kids. So their kid is in a way creating an environment correlated with their genetic propensities. But what I was saying before is I think parents can capitalize on that notion of GE correlation by finding out what their kids like to do, what they're good at, and helping them do it. So I think that idea of gene environment correlation is very important. The idea of selecting environments, modifying environments, and creating environments. Like a musically gifted kid, you almost can't stop them these days from getting into music. I mean, even in the old days, they could still hum, they could still listen to the radio or hang out with other kids who like music. But nowadays, with online resources, the sky's the limit for their development and songwriting and all aspects of musical development.
If you enjoyed this clip, head on over to Locals to watch the full conversation right now. Supporters can access the video version, and everyone can freely listen to the audio-only version of the conversation. If you're on YouTube or Rumble, please like, subscribe, and then hit the bell notification icon so you never miss a new episode. I'll catch you next time. Cheers.